My name's Megan. I'm 27 years old, and I was a social media influencer between 2015 and 2020. In the beginning, it was fun. I started at about 500 followers, and then I grew that to about 22,000. I was bringing in about $8,000 a month. Some of what I was posting on social media was a facade, maybe an ad that I'm posting where I look really happy, and realistically, I'm in bed in tears. A lot of content I started making was all about home interiors. You turn literally 180 degrees and it's stacks of cups, dirty dishes, a pit of depression. I realized I had an eating disorder and I was very, very tiny. On top of having an eating disorder, I was already editing them to make myself look smaller. So a lot of people would ask me, how are you so thin? In reality, I was starving myself. After a while, I started seeing a lot of the negative aspects. People would tend to comment on my lack of knowledge of hair. The criticism was a big deal for me. In the end, I became super depressed. So in 2020, I took a 6-month break from social media. When I stopped, I had a large group of friends that went down to probably 3. I never heard from anyone anymore. I think that I could definitely become an influencer again, but my mental health is the most important thing to me.
Megan, thank you for being here. Did it help you to get away from it?
100%. Being able to step away and kind of actually look in the mirror and not look at an edited photo and say, that is me. I was able to look in the mirror at myself and say, this is who I am.
And when you were creating these images, did you feel phony?
No, I didn't. For the longest time, I did not at all see any problem in what I was doing. The photos weren't extremely edited or photoshopped, but it was taking a toll on my mental health more than I wanted to.
And what were you saying to yourself that it impacted your mental health?
I think I was just saying to myself, what is this life? It's kind of fake. I had no real friends. Everything was staged. In a sense of, like, I would create this content and I would be so thrilled that I made such a beautiful image creatively. And then people would comment and ask me questions. Is that your room? Is that your hair? Is that such and such? And I would say, yes, it was. But they didn't see the behind the scenes.
I asked Talitha if people were comparing themselves to the image and feeling worse about themselves because of it. Is that a negative thing? What do you think about that?
I think that for me specifically, I am a very sensitive person. So anytime I'm looking at someone else's photos and I automatically think badly about myself.
You shared some images with us, like your apartment, and like here's an image of your apartment, the facade, and then real. And then you showed us some other things like your bedroom and then how it was for real. And so you weren't creating things out of whole cloth, but you were manipulating the images.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So I remember exactly that date that I took that photo, and I was in the most depressive episode. I was suicidal. I didn't want to live anymore, but I had a job to do, and I needed to post an image that captured a product in a photo. And I posted it with a really, really, really fun caption, and no one knew how bad it was.
Yeah. At this point, I think we're not choosing content, content's choosing us. That's what's happening with these algorithms, controlling what you see. I mean, are y'all aware of that? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.